Hey y'all, JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, I know Love Island is over, but we gotta tap in just a little bit, okay? Just a little piece to Love Island USA. Y'all know the reunion is gonna be coming up towards the end of the month, so make sure that you subscribe, make sure you're liking up the video, and make sure you're coming on back, okay? Now we gonna hop into just a little piece, all right? Because unfortunately for Huda and her fans, Huda has been getting a lot of backlash, all right? And I know y'all are like, now what kind of backlash is she getting now? Considering the fact that the show is over. Well, for the people that did not know, Miss Huda has been dating Louis Russell, who used to be a good friend of Miguel, who is in a relationship with Leah from season 6. Okay. So they had their issue on last week where one of their mutual friends pretended or actually was on the phone with Miguel during a live stream. And he pretty much called out the fact that, oh, Leah doesn't want to be friends with Louis anymore because he's dating Huda. She doesn't even know her and all of this other fugazi stuff, right? So Huda has kind of been in the news a bit, okay, or a part of the conversation on social media, I'll say. So she's kind of been a part of the conversation, but not so much as being like the drama, right? It was more so people saying that Leah was the drama and Miguel was the drama. Miguel had to come out and make a statement saying, whatever you thought of the friendship I had before with the Louis and this other guy, consider it done. Don't associate me with their brand anymore, right? So they're just now getting over that situation. Well, unfortunately for her and Louis, they ended up participating in a live stream that happened the other day. I believe it was like a day or so ago, earlier this week, and or midweek. And I believe they were at this place called like the Meme House, where a lot of different streamers may go over to the house and stuff, different content creators hang out, whatever the case is, right? Well, they were in a room together, and while they were in this room, it appears that people were told to get the hell out the room. Okay, let me see if I can pull up a clip for you guys. Let's see which clip I want to play. So I feel like I'll just play this one in particular. And then we'll go into like breakdown and all of that. Okay. So let me show you guys this particular video of Miss Huda. So Huda is hanging out with her boyfriend Louis. At least I want to believe that they are girlfriend boyfriend at this particular time. They have been caught out, with each other. They seem to be pretty cozy with each other, so I'm believing that they are dating. And they're hanging out. Okay, the guy across that's sitting across, if you guys could see it, you'll see it once he comes into the frame. I believe his name is Nikki, seems to be a friend of Louis or whatever, and he's pretty much going to be the person at some point to tell people to get out. I don't think this is the exact scene where people are told to get out, but this is to kind of show you guys what all was going on at this time. So there were some streamers that were kicked out of this room. And once those streamers were kicked out of the room, a lot of people started to put blame on Huda, saying that Huda is the reason those streamers got kicked out of that room. And, people came online, her supporters saying, you guys just hate Huda. That's not true. That's not the case. She did not kick them out. The guy, Nikki, was the one to put everybody out of the room. It had nothing to do with Huda. And now people are doing slow-mos of the video and saying that it was indeed Huda. So now people are calling her like a mean girl. They're calling her insecure. They're saying that she wants all of this attention. They're just saying certain things about Huda. And then you have a lot of the people that's not supporters of Huda saying, well, hey, we tried to tell you guys this during the season of Love Island USA of, how not great of a person she is, but you guys did not want to believe us. And now that it's happening to someone that is not black, you guys now want to all of a sudden be in an uproar, say you're going to unfollow her. You no longer want to support her. So, people are calling them out on social media saying that it's super ironic that you guys would act this way. But let me just play this clip real quick for you guys to set the tone or whatnot.
It's something epic. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Trust me. Trust me. I just want to make sure it's smooth for you. That's all. Okay. It's still not something you did.
Okay. Let's test it.
Fuck it. Why not? At this point. There's another control right here.
Here, you guys want to play against us?
Yeah, of course. How many people?
Oh fuck! Don't, because I get competitive.
We can play.
We're gonna get another game controller.
We try to get a fourth one.
We'll get a
Is it
fourth.
rainbow? Wait, I haven't played this since I was
There's a fourth one right here.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, you've got the, that's a
coming
cheat
in.
code. You've got the little driving stick still.
I want to be the mushroom.
Alright,
Wait,
let's
the
go.
Wi-Fi. Thank you, into my
Braces?
Go to Grand Prix.
orphan sister.
Wait, guys, can you lot hear me on the chat? Let me know you can hear me.
150 low key.
All right. So this is pretty much setting the tone. I mean, right here, you know, Huda seems to be pretty comfortable with everybody being in the room and everything. But at some point, things do take a turn to where there are some streamers that are told to get out of the room. And one of those streamers happened to be this guy named Benji, along with another young lady. I believe her name was Eve. She was also put out, or I think Eve may have been in there, or you know, actually I don't think she was, because I think Benji came back and told Eve, "Hey, they kicked us out the room." Right? He didn't say that it was Huda that kicked him out the room. I believe he said that it was a guy that kicked him out the room. So a lot of people are in uproar about the fact that these streamers were kicked out, and they feel like the reason being is because of Huda. So let us get into more details about this, and let's hear what it is that he had to say.
Nothing against her. She was so nice, and she like made me feel good. Like I even asked her like, you wanna like, can you be on my stream really quick, like to show you? And she was like, yeah, of course. And like, I encountered her a few times, and she was nice. She was sweet. So I don't know, like people are attacking her for that. Like I feel like people are just like trying to blame her, but it was a guy. It was just I don't know who he was. What was his name? But it was a guy in braids, and he was like, it just made me embarrassed to like get kicked out right in front of the stream. He was like something like that, but it was not her, guys. It was not her. I just want to clarify that because you guys know I don't like drama. Like what the fuck? Like I like her, I love her. Like, what are the chances of like people trying to start drama between her and me? Like what? She's so nice, and please stop attacking her. I don't know, like, please, guys. Please, you guys know I don't like drama. Like, I hate drama. So, leave her alone. It was not her, guys.
Why can't we all be friends?
I know. Can we just all be positive, please? Like, please, like, let's not, like, let's not harass people, please. Let's not harass people and go to them like that's like crazy. She's a cool person, and she was so sweet. And in her defense, I went up to her, and then I like scared her a little bit. I was like, Huda! So I was like even if she would have done that, like if she would have been the one that was like, oh, tell them to get her out. Like I would have understood, because I scared her. I was like, ah! I did something like that. I was like, ah! Like I yelled. So like, but it was not her. It was not her, guys. It was not her. I was not crying. It was just like, you guys remember when the security guard yelled at Wendy when she was in Streamer University? It reminds me of that. It's just like, you don't want random people that just showed up. Like it was just that. The way the guy said it, and I want to say something. I've had not managers, but people that manage me, that like sometimes when I'm like with supporters or around them, supporters like sometimes they're a little rude. It's like they make you look bad. It's them. Like I've had managers or like people that like help me that yell at supporters whenever they're like a little crazy, and it's just like you could not connect those two people, because like that was him. It was him, the one who did that. It was not her. So I really hope we could all like move away from this and stop attacking people. Like I'm a big fan of Huda. She's super nice. Just stop, guys, please. Please, I beg you guys. Please, no attacking nobody. You guys know how I am. You know how I are. Like you guys know I like I like peace and prosperity and love and harmony and everything. Like when I met her, she gave me the best vibe ever. Like, she was like, hi. Like, she was so nice. So please, please.
All right. So you guys heard what he had to say. He's pretty much letting you all know, like, hey, it wasn't Huda that did this. It was the guys. Okay. It was the guy that told me to get out. It was the guy. It was not Huda. All right. So catch y'all up. All right. There were a bunch of streamers hanging out and content creators hanging out at the meme house of some sort. Okay. You have from the scene I just showed you guys Huda, her new boo, Louie, along with some his friend, Nikki, and I guess his girl, all in a room together where some other content creators just came into that room. All right. At some point, they were asked to all get out and to go wherever they finna go, but get out of here. Okay. Can't be in here. One of the people that were kicked out of that room was Benji. Benji just came to the front to say, hey, no, guys, it wasn't Huda. It was somebody else. She was super nice to me. If she would have told me to get out, I would have understood because, you know, I was just doing too much. Okay. I kind of scared her or whatever. Right. So a lot of people have been saying, like, hey, but who do you think told the guy to tell you? Right. But I understand where Benji is coming from because Benji may not have seen the play as some people are feeling like they saw the play. Right. So he only going off of what was told to him. So, yeah, I don't think Benji's fully wrong. Like, yeah, the guy is the one that told us to get out. So Benji went back and he did tell a friend, Eve. But before we get there, you know, I do want us to check out what the security guard that was there had to say. All right, but give me 1 second because I think this is the video. Before we get to that, all right, let's play this real quick. Okay, let us play this video really quickly.
Just talk to them.
Mark, take everybody out.
This is after he was kicked out.
Oh my.
Did we just get kicked out?
Is that what it is?
They told us to leave. The guy. He would like kick everybody out, and we were just recording ourselves.
So that is him telling his friend Eve, like, hey, we just got kicked out. We were just recording ourselves and the guy told us we got to get the hell on, right? Well, I want us to go into what the security guard had to say because I feel like part of this came from him. And I'm going to believe a security guard if they were in the building and they're saying this immediately following everything that went down. So let's check out what the security guard says here.
And Ev, she's like, oh my God, hi. And then Ev, she's like, oh my God, hi, my name's Ev. Like, can I get a TikTok with you? Like straight off the bat, and she was just like, not right now, but maybe in a bit. And then like they automatically their whole mood just changed, you know, her whole vibe was changed and shit. And then Ev, she's like, oh my God, hi. We were all in the theater room, and then she like she wanted some privacy and shit, you know. So then like they just had her like removed from the theater room. And I'm the one that had to remove her, and it was kind of like awkward for me too, you know, because I'm cool with that, you know. So I was like, damn, I'm sorry. Like, you know, do you mind just like stepping out? And then I guess Benji started crying. I was like, wait, what? Because like Huda was like, you know, she's wanted her privacy with her new man or whatever, you know. Yeah. Because I know Ev, and I was like, yo, Ev, like.
It sounds like somebody else that was listening to this is echoing and saying, yeah. They're like kind of confirming what it is that he's saying.
Her privacy with her new man or whatever, you know. Yeah. Because I know Ev, and I was like, yo, Ev, like, you mind just, you know, hopping out the theater room? You know, she just wants to like, you know, play Mario Kart with her mans and just chop it up, you know, do her own clips, you know, right here privately. We were all in the theater room.
Okay.
And then she,
let's see if there was more.
And she felt like she was like being targeted, you know, or just like, I was like, no, she just wants her privacy. That's it. It was harder for me to like actually do, but because like I didn't know if they were gonna take it like that. Like they were just like straight up. They were like, are we getting kicked out? Like, no, you guys aren't getting kicked out. Just like hop out the theater. And she felt like she was like being. It's so staged, yo.
Well, don't you never stage?
I'm gonna shut up. Fuck.
So y'all just heard what he said. A lot of people felt like he's lying, he wants clout or whatnot. Now, part of this, people are already believing what they believed. He comes out and confirm it, right? So Huda had to come out, and this is what Huda said, okay? Huda says, I never kicked out anyone, right? Now, is she wrong or is she not? You guys let me know. She didn't say to anyone that they have to leave. All right. She says, I'm not sure why people are starting false rumors. I was so shy, not knowing anyone, and everyone I met was so sweet. Okay. So that is what Huda had to say. And then the bodyguard, of course, came back to say, I want to formally apologize to Evelyn, Benji, and Huda, who are all wonderful people. Please don't go after them for something I've said, which was not even systematically correct. So I still don't take that as though you're lying. Some people feel like this is him saying that he was completely lying about everything that he said. Okay. But I don't think he was fully lying. But that's just what I think. Okay. I don't think he was lying. I could see her wanting her privacy. I could understand being in a space of a lot of people I don't really know right now. It's one thing that, I'm on this live stream, but y'all loud. Can y'all get the hell out? Just a little piece, okay? But I think more people are coming down on her because they're like, you over here trying to say that you ain't kicked nobody out as if you ain't had nothing to do with it. But video and things are telling a different story. So let us go to some of these other clips where individuals have kind of like combed through footage to see like, yo, somebody they on a piece of BS. Okay. So let's hop over here and get into, where is that video? Okay, here we are right here. Let's check this out. And this is another streamer that goes by Wendy. And let's see what Wendy has to say.
I can't really say anything because I'm gonna get canceled for saying shit. I understand not wanting to be around people because sometimes I don't want to be around people. I understand feeling awkward. I understand feeling shy. But when I feel shy and when I feel awkward, I'm the one who walks out of a room. When I'm the one who walks out, like, I don't expect anybody to get anybody out. So let's say somebody walks in, okay, like, I don't like the vibes, okay, I'm gonna walk to another room, okay, I'm gonna leave. Obviously that's not what happened, and I do not like that. Not only did that guy kick him out, he did it in front of Benji. Like, why would you do it in front of Benji? Like, okay, and that's another thing, you want to kick people out, okay, but wait until you're by, like, go walk up to the person and be like, hey, like, can these people, like, get out? Like, I don't really want them in here. But in front of Benji, this man says, get everyone out. No, bitch, you get out. I don't like that guy did that. That is very weird. I just don't like that. That's disrespectful. That's mean. And if I was there and Benji told me that happened, I would have walked in, or I would have told the security guard, kick that guy out. It was rude. I didn't like that.
All right. So that's part of what she says. And then she also goes on and she does like others where she pretty much combs through the video. Okay. So let us go ahead and check this out too.
Phone. He saw a message.
The dude in the
guy
back.
in the back saw a message.
Behind Huda.
So what I think happened was they're all in a group chat. One of them texted the group chat and the guy in the back saw, and the guy in the back was like, let's all go take shots. Let's all go take shots. So kicking everyone out.
No, let's all go take a shot. All of us. Yeah.
No more shots.
And then he looks back for a little glance of I don't know, like, he wanted to make sure, like, everybody saw them kick them out. I don't know. He looked back to make sure everyone saw. Phone.
Seeing Huda really cozied up to Louis kind of just makes me think of Jeremiah. She's been out of the villa for a few weeks now. Hopefully, this situation works out. I don't see it. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I don't see this situation with Louis working out at all. Hopefully, she's having a good time and not planning to stay for a long time because I don't see this lasting long at all. And I just be careful, girl, that he not over there love bombing you like Jeremiah did, and then you find yourself right back
Tough
down the
luck.
same
Tough luck.
path. But I want to also check out this other young lady's video real quick before we move on, where she too kind of combed through the footage herself and, felt as though we'll just get into it.
Tough luck.
I'm not phase
She went.
What happened to being bartender?
Now, mind you, there were already two other people in the room chilling, and then Benji and the other young lady, Eve, I believe, that may be her, walks into the room.
Why she get serious when they walk in there?
What other fun stuff is there to do in these rich animals?
And then her eyes going up. Baby, this is crazy. Her eyes going up like, who the hell is all these?
Okay, she's looking. This is what I was saying. She's looking at the corner of something because she can see the reflection behind her of who's in there. Or else she would have turned around at one point. She can see who's in there. Okay, this is what I'm saying. She clearly told Louis something. Louis is his name, right? Look, she went. And her smile literally faded. Look, she's looking at that corner that she can see them. She said, "Can you tell them to leave, or can you tell whatever that guy's name to get them out of here?"
The smartest part. I think they're on board.
She didn't need to do that. Watch.
Wait, what happened?
And then, like, he looked at them. Look, he's all like, he's seeing who they were. Like, look at him. She obviously said something about them, or he would have looked straight forward the game. He literally looked.
I can definitely see that and believe that. I definitely can see that and believe that, especially when we listened to Benji's video and he talked about how he kind of scared Huda, and he, like, when she first came into the content house, he was like, Huda, or whatever it was. And I guess he kind of like shook her or whatever. And then you have the bodyguard saying that Eve asked for a TikTok or a video, whatever it was. And the girl and Huda was like, maybe not now. I don't really fault her for saying not now. Okay. Like a TikTok, like if you said a picture or something like that, maybe cool, but you want to do it. So what kind of TikTok you trying to do? But if they're coming into a content creating house, maybe that's what she's thinking. We're all here to potentially work together. Right. So yeah, let's do a video together. But Huda probably one could have been tired, or it could have been a situation where, listen, I don't know you like that. Like, I'm not gonna put you on my platform or get on your platform and you get some of my followers or whatever the case is, because that comes with a check. I'm not sure. But the way this girl is kind of telling the story, kind of, and knowing what Benji just did and the Eve situation based on a bodyguard, is giving who they probably don't want to be around them. That's what it's looking like. Because obviously something definitely is being said, and her eyes and her facials are giving it away. And I do feel like, and I love that comment at the very top, as women, we know the demeanor and look. Yes, we do. We know the uncomfortableness, right? The I don't want to be botheredness. So that's kind of what it is giving. She probably thought they was gonna ask her for more images or do a TikTok or this, that, and the other. Like, I don't know. Maybe she just didn't want to be bothered.
Looked at
Because
them.
let me
Who
tell
was
you, that's what it sounds like. It's on brand with what the bodyguard said originally. So I don't think the bodyguard lied at all. When he said she just wanted that private time or whatever with her guy, supposedly, like she just wanted to chill. Yeah, that's because these people just approached her, on some, I guess, fan. I don't even want to say fan. I'm going to say supporter type stuff, and she wasn't in the mood. So now they're coming into the same space she's in. She don't want to be bothered. So that is on brand, in my opinion, with what the bodyguard said. Let's keep going.
there? Look, she's obviously talking about them. And then look, so the guy was like playing the game the whole entire time. He looked back once, but then he continued playing the game. This is where he looks at Louis, and then Louis tells him, I'm sure he said, "Can you get them out of here?" But I'm sure Huda told him that, is what I'm saying. They look at each other. Look, this is when he tells him, and he goes, and then the guy gets it. Look, he's telling him something. Look, he's literally looking up. Can you not see his eyes? And then the guy's like,
Sorry, guys. I'm wondering if Louis was trying to cover his mouth, so that the streaming video, the camera doesn't catch what he's saying or something to the guy. I don't know. But let's see.
And then he played the game. This is where he looks at Lewis, and then Lewis tells him, I'm sure he said, can you get them out of here? But I'm sure Huda told him that, is what I'm saying. They look at each other. Look, this is when he tells him, and he goes, and then the guy gets it. Look, he's telling him something. Look, he's literally looking up. Can you not see his eyes? And
He's
then
definitely looking up. He's looking up in the direction. Child, that's messy. This is some messy stuff here. He is looking in the direction of Benji and Eve, right? But it also seemed like other people may have entered the room. So it could be other folks. Child.
the guy's like, oh, all right, I do got to get them out. That's why he put his controller down.
It's all gonna take a shot.
And then watch. I don't know where Isaac got that vibe that they didn't want them, but look, he's looking at them for a reason because Huda just told him something about.
Isaac in the back, and I do believe that's the one that was on the call with Miguel or whatever, but he knew what was going on because one, he probably was already watching the stream himself, looking at the comments and stuff, but watching it to see what they're doing on the front end. So he probably knew from watching the stream, but also he probably knows the mannerisms of Nikki. He probably knows how Nikki is coming. When Nikki puts that controller down, Nikki about tired. But what I really think happened, I don't know if he got a text when Louis held up that phone as if he's about to text or something like that. I don't know. And I don't know if that phone was a signal because the whole time Isaac was watching the stream. Not sure, but more than anything, Isaac was watching that stream and he kind of already could tell because in my opinion, Isaac could even tell the interactions, or he was able to read the demeanor and the look on Huda's face. He already knew what was going on. They didn't want no folks in there. Period. That's just what it's given. They didn't feel like being bothered.
Them. He's
in a whole meme content house where everybody's going to be there to bother each other.
Has been staring at them since she whispered in his ear, and she's acting like.
He's bartender though, so.
And like he's making sure they get out, and look, he looks at Lewis again.
For confirmation.
Lewis is acting like he didn't tell him something right now.
Yeah.
Look, stuff. Look.
I'm not phased.
This is the beginning where those two come in. Huda's already seeing what's happening.
Why she get serious?
And then you got like 1, 2, 3, 4 more people may have come in.
Okay, she's looking. This is what I was saying. She's looking at the corner.
So I don't know if it's that she didn't want to be around Benji and Eve, or if she just didn't want all of those people coming into that space, right? So I don't know. Huda say she's shy, but y'all, after watching her on Love Island USA, I am one that does not believe that she is shy at all. Sorry, she's not a shy woman at all. Now, she's human to where she probably didn't want to be bothered, right? But you are in a whole content house. But I will give her a little piece because, I mean, she want to be up under that guy. She probably didn't want to go in the first place, but he was going and she going to tail around and follow behind wherever he trying to go, being uncomfortable, okay, just to be up under him. And also, just to monitor him too. Hello? Because if they went together, she about was gonna have that location the way she wanted that location with Jeremiah. But that's what's going on. And you know, at some point, Nikki, the friend that was getting ready to tell them to get the hell out, he did come out with a statement on his TikTok story. You also had Louis that finally came out and he said something in support of Huda. He says, I don't like to talk on social media problems, but this is so ridiculous. I need to say something. I don't know how it comes to this, but me and Huda was having our own personal convo about comments in the chat. How are y'all having y'all own personal convo about comments in the chat when...
Stuff look...
Hold on, baby. Because I'm trying to say, how was y'all having y'all own comments in the chat? Okay, so we're here. Nobody's holding their phone.
She went.
They walk in. Soon as she sees it on that mirror or whatever,
Why
she leans over to him.
When they walk in there.
He can already gauge, asking if she good. And she's saying what she needs to say because she don't want to be around him. Then he at some point grabs his phone. So when he grabs that phone, because y'all definitely, you were watching the door. Yeah, these folk lying. That's just what that is. Okay. Then he grabs the phone, talking about the comments. Y'all wasn't talking about no damn comments. But anywho, he goes on to say, we were talking about comments in the chat. It had nothing to do with people being asked to leave the room. Don't know why I have to say this when you can see in the video, no one said anything other than one person who asked people to leave, which was neither me or Huda. Duh, that was the whole point. Y'all didn't want to get none of the backlash, and it's unfortunate for y'all because you're still getting it right now. So here's a comment after that statement came out. Here's a comment from Nikki, which is pretty much the same story he put over on his TikTok story. He says that it was not, I'm sorry. He says it was my decision to clear the room. It was nothing personal, just wanted a little privacy. I didn't mean to come off rude about it. We were all interacting right before. Perfectly fine. Everyone was still welcome in the rest of the house. Keep in mind, we welcome creators all day at the house, and I'm interacting with creators for 12 plus hours a day. This wasn't personal towards Benji or anyone else. He says, I sent Benji a personal DM to clear the air. It's all love, and I will always welcome creators because that's the community that I'm working to build. All right. So that is pretty much what he had to say. But yeah, it's not stopping the people from being on Huda's R's or Louis' R's. And then you have some of her fans that are like, okay, or supporters at one point are like, oh nah, this is where I have to get off the ship because Benji is such a nice person. He's so kind. He's too nice to a fault that he's not even seeing that the problem wasn't the guys. It was more so Huda who felt immediately uncomfortable. So people are starting to kind of like fall back on her. Whereas the people on Twitter are enjoying it because they're like, listen, we've been trying to tell y'all about y'all girl. Y'all didn't want to hear it because y'all felt like she was so right in everything. And, you know, we feel vindicated. Now that the situation is no longer on a black woman, but on a non-black woman, now y'all want to see it for what it is. Oh, okay. So it's just been a mess. It has been a mess out there. Okay. So I'll let y'all leave your thoughts and comments down below. What are your thoughts? Do you feel like Huda was being a mean girl? Do you think that she was wrong for kicking those people out of a room that she doesn't own? Do you feel like, hey, she human? Like, you know, she probably was tired. She didn't feel like being around all them folks. Like, even with that, you just want to break. Let me know your thoughts about everything down below. Okay, I want to get your thoughts and how you're feeling about the situation at hand. If you think that she's deserving of the backlash that she's been getting over this particular situation, or if you feel like people are doing a bit too much. Okay, leave your thoughts and comments down below. Of course, I am Jami. That's me, honey. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Blue Sky and Threads. Okay, at Jami. That's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters. I'm silent. Nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification. Them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM. And the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATL. Got them trying to clone me like Aegis. Game time, I invaded gym. High elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up. I got laser focus.